Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Briefa for October 4th, 2021. Facebook is down. Big news. Facebook is down. It could just be like a temporary thing. They might be popping right back up. But right now they're down. This made the news on the radio. I'm going to talk about that for a little bit first, and I'm going to talk about the magic of the Puffin channel in a second. But I heard it on the radio. I haven't been on Facebook in 2 or 3 months. I got banned. I get banned basically every month. I'm like Mark Zuckerberg's period. Every day I show up on Facebook for one day and then I get banned for a month. And then I come back. But I haven't been going back much lately because I'm sick of it and I've taken my stuff to YouTube, which I'm very happy with. I would like to see my Facebook stuff again. So at the moment, Facebook's been down for hours. Maybe it's never coming back. In that case, I'm sorry to everyone who's put stuff on Facebook. I've written lots of clever things. I've had so many great status. Check my status. Well, if you could, if Facebook comes back, check my statuses. I've written so many good things on Facebook, so many clever things. But if they're gone, I mean, that's, the price you pay. And it's worth it for Facebook to be gone. It would be better to have taken over Facebook, see the hashtag nationalize Facebook, as I've been advocating for years. It would have been better to have taken over Facebook and being able to preserve all that stuff, all those memories and everything, because more than half the people on Facebook are dead anyway. Just as a memorial, it would be better to have it, which is why you want to seize the company and arrest Mark Zuckerberg. Now, just an overview of me hearing it on the radio. The radio reports that Facebook has gone down. I find out a little bit later that it's a DNS thing, so either some type of sophisticated hacker attack / government has decided to take out Facebook, or Facebook themselves, most likely Facebook themselves, turned themselves off. Why are they turning themselves off? Why did they hit a kill switch? Probably because they got caught. So the NPR report isn't necessarily relating these two things, but it is mentioning that Facebook has gone down at the same time that a whistleblower has come out to condemn Facebook for basically promoting the terrorism and stuff, the stuff that I've seen as a user for years and been complaining about on the platform, which is why I get banned every month. But no one seems to have been taking it seriously. So this is apparently the first Facebook whistleblower. So thank you so much to this hero who's come out and accused Facebook of what they do, which is promoting Trump virus, promoting terrorism, promoting Trumpism, Nazism. And those things are exactly the same. Trumpers, modern day Trumpers and German Nazis, there's zero difference between those two things. It's the same thing. It's the same organization, just continued on. So, and Facebook has enabled it 100% the entire way. They've been on their side. So it's a good thing for Facebook to be down, but Mark Zuckerberg needs to be in jail. They need to seize Facebook. So what's probably happened is not some attack on Facebook, but Facebook has shut itself down because they got caught. And what they got caught is this whistleblower, who has the information because she's from the inside, and turned that information over. This is also similar to Pandora Papers coming out yesterday, which could have been coming out on Facebook. I seem to have heard about it on Facebook years ago. So it's why it's news today. Maybe more has come out, or it's the same type of thing. Facebook is implicated, or some of the same network is implicated. So the whole thing's going down. Facebook going dark today is just good news. Sorry for anybody losing content and pictures and memories and stuff. Sorry to myself for losing all the clever things I said. I said so many clever things. But then, I've had the experience of people just hand deleting all my comments, thousands of comments from groups before, because the groups are fascist and they're afraid of what I have to say. So thank you for listening. This is a magic channel. The last thing I have to say about NPR is they said at the end of their report, Facebook is a financial sponsor of NPR, which, they're required to say, so that they might have some bias. But the very last thing they said was Facebook's response and Facebook's own claim. And Facebook's the one who put fact checkers on things. So when I shared a story about Trump having to pay settlements to kids that he'd raped because Epstein provided these kids to Trump, and when I shared that story on Facebook, their fact checker, Facebook's own fact checker, which I believe is completely Trumpy, because Facebook wouldn't remove Trump's Nazi advertisements and stuff for weeks after we outright, and they're still on their archive. But Facebook's own fact checker said these stories are old news. Not untrue, but they're old news. Anonymous released this information years ago. We've all known that Trump raped these kids. They don't admit it. They don't act like it when they're trying to condemn Joe Biden for being sniffy. They don't act like they care about that when it's down to Trump. So yeah, that's old news. We know that, but it's not untrue. So anyway, Facebook's got their fact checkers that, in that case, even verify, no matter how hard they would want to, verifies that Trump's evil. But once you get their internal documents, once you seize Facebook and you have all this evidence, oh, it's so over for the entire network of evil. And the people get to rule again. So it's a good day, but we have to go ahead and, now that Facebook's down, we need to have to go ahead and kick Zuckerberg into a jail cell and kick this into high gear for overturning this fascist system that's been foisted upon us. But thanks so much to the whistleblower. Oh yeah, on to the magic. I made a typo. Thank you, typo fairies. I made a typo a few hours ago, arresting Trimp and Pitten. And I was like, oh, could I put an I instead of a U? And I was like, whoa, Trimp and Pitten. Like, that sounds funny. And so I made a video, arrest Trimp and Pitten. I realized I can't say arrest Trimp and Pitten without saying arrest Zuckerberg. You can't say arrest Trump and Putin without arresting Zuckerberg, because they would be nothing without Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg was central to their whole plan. So I made that video, posted 3 versions of it, 3 versions of the arrest Trump, Pitten, Zuckerberg, arrest Trump, Zuckerberg, Pitten video. And then this is the biggest step I've seen that looks like we're getting towards arresting Zuckerberg. The whistleblower, and then Facebook going down. They're probably just trying to cover their ass, but they're not going to. Like, it's on, and it's going to get chewed out. And, hopefully Joe Biden does it, but that's the other thing about the grab them by the posse hashtag. If Joe Biden doesn't do it soon enough, people are going to do it themselves. Like, this is just the justice that everybody senses and knows. So if your job is to protect the country, you protect us from Trump and from Trumpism. And so if you haven't arrested Trump, you can see my other video I made this morning. Joe Biden's got 100 days left in his first year as president. It's day 256, but that's 256 days that Trump hasn't been arrested, which he very well should have been. Everybody, we all thought that as soon as Trump left office, he'd be in jail. So the longer he's out of jail, everything bad that happens in his name is on the people who should have arrested him already. So get on it. It's time. And Zuckerberg too. So good news, Facebook's down. Good news, this whole thing's coming down, because they've used Facebook for all these genocides. The Myanmar genocide, foisting Trump on us, the Trump virus genocide, all these fake accounts to get Bolsonaro elected, probably the same fake accounts got Trump elected. We know 150,000 Facebook and Twitter accounts got deleted after right before getting Bolsonaro elected, after months of making him popular. So that's how they do it, with Russian money, and we've got to stop them. But it looks like we're starting to stop them. So thanks, and yeah, the magic of the channel is thanks fairies, thanks goddess, thanks everyone for bringing this together. But when we speak about things, they can come true. We do need to arrest Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, he should be fleeing the country or whatever, because he needs to know that's the tide that's going to turn. And whether they've got Facebook turned back on or not, for us to say it, maybe they're just scrubbing into the fascism. Maybe they're just trying to clean out all the fascism before they turn it back on. But all the more reason you need to catch them before they destroy all the evidence. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And it is a great day. October 4th, 2021. A day will go down in history.